Good morning, guys. This morning I'm having some oats. I love oatmeal in the morning because it's 0 points for me. And I'm also having a pear with a quarter cup of low-fat cottage cheese. And then at lunchtime, here comes a pita sandwich, and it is one Laughing Cow cheese. I'm also having some homemade zuppa toscana soup that I made with a little bit of the Parmesan on top. I have Laughing Cow cheese and avocado with some other veggies in the pita. The pita itself has 2 points. Afterward, I had a pear. Just wanted a little something sweet, and pears really seem to do that for me. Sensible dinner, a little pork tenderloin, veggies, and some rice. I made a bazillion cookies for giveaway for our clients, and I'm very proud to say I did not have one, not yet. Instead, I had fat-free hot chocolate mix, and this is from Nestle. I can only find this online now. All right, next morning I had some apple pie oats. You can dress up oatmeal like a million different ways, and also different types of oatmeal, steel cut oats, quick oats, whatever. And it's 0 points for me. So I'm waiting for this to bubble up. I also add ginger, cinnamon, a little bit of applesauce, and some vanilla. I'm also going to be having some cabbage and onions with scrambled eggs. I love cabbage, so if I can get it, I know that it's going to fill me up even more because it's very fibrous, so it's going to just keep me full. And I just like it. I like the flavor of it. So I'm tenderizing it here. When it gets nice and tender, I'll use some of these fresh eggs that the chickens just laid. They're really, really good. Normally I would use egg whites, but I didn't have any, and I like a little bit of yolk sometimes anyway, so I'll just scramble this in here, and I'll probably add some garlic salt, maybe a little cracked pepper, and I'll be good to go. Normally I think cheese would go great on top, but I don't want the points on that just yet. So here's my breakfast, and this is how I gussy up this apple pie oatmeal. I'll use 1 tablespoon of the pumpkin seeds on for 0 points, and I really want a little bit of sweetness, so I'll use a teaspoon of honey. That is actually 2 points for the honey, and sometimes I'll add sugar-free syrup, but not this morning. I want a little crunch, so I'm going to use grape nuts instead of adding more fat and nuts. This is 1/2 ounce of grape nuts for 1 point. And I also am adding 2 tablespoons of sugar-free vanilla coffee mate creamer. And I'm going to add 0 points of salsa. Salsa is a really good 0-point topper to my scramble over here. And this is usually the type of breakfast I will have. It's like some kind of oatmeal and some kind of egg or vegetable with egg or something like that. Maybe feta and spinach with egg, or egg white, or this kind of thing. Okay, lunchtime comes around. Guys, I found this really neat way to make egg salad sandwiches without mayonnaise. So here is the recipe in case you're interested. Six Sisters Stuffed Healthy Eats. And this is what's going to go in it. So I'm quartering the recipe for just because I'm making it for myself. 1 egg. I've got a quarter cup of low-fat cottage cheese. I use Lactaid, a little bit of yellow mustard. Now, all of this is pretty much you could do to taste. I'm putting a little garlic powder, some salt and pepper, a little bit of lemon, and some fresh dill and pickle. You can use dried dill, but I've got fresh in the garden. I'm using these hamburger buns instead of the light, bagel thins because it's only 10 calories more. And it was absolutely superb. I'm going to do this again. Dinner was a Caesar salad, and I'm using this Kinder's instead of butter on my baked potato. This is 0 points, and it tastes just like butter. And I'm just using a smidgen on my potato. It's so good. And a little light creamy ranch on the Caesar. And some meatloaf. Hey, everybody. All right, I'm checking in here. I want to start off by saying I really am enjoying this personal points program, this new thing WW is doing. I was a little bit skeptical at first, but I love having my 0 point foods, and it's working out so far. So far, yesterday I was going to end up at the day with like 12 points left at the end of the day, but I was hungry and I was just so busy I couldn't eat, and I didn't eat lunch, so I ate a later dinner, but then I stayed up till like midnight because I was making like 144 cookies to give away, which again, I did not have any cookies, so I've done that twice this week, and I didn't eat one. I am good. I like my cookies, so excuse me, I am going to have one with some milk at some point, maybe this weekend, but not just yet. I will choose when and where that will be, and that'll be a special time. But I don't want to eat like a million of them. And if I eat them while I'm cooking, not while I'm cooking, but, in the process of having them on certain days that I'm cooking, I'm like, it's really hard to track things, and I don't want to get into that. I'm being really good at tracking right now. Tonight we have our company Christmas party, and so we're going to an Italian restaurant, and I've been there before. I love their food. They have an eggplant parmesan that is not breaded that I was kind of afraid to have at first, but then it was really good. But the reason why it's really good is because it has like 3 pounds of cheese on it. So although it was really good, I am not having that tonight, and I know that. But I do want to I'll probably have some sort of a chicken dish or something. I don't know, maybe with some pasta. But I have to stay away from cream sauces. It just gives me a stomachache anyway, anything with cream in it. And I'm very lucky that they have a lot of cream-based desserts, so I really can't choose a lot of those because they make them with heavy cream, and I'm lactose intolerant, so I just end up with a stomachache. And Lactaid sometimes helps, but sometimes it doesn't, so it's just best not to do it. And I don't want to deal with the aftermath of inflammation and all that stuff. I've been doing really well this week, so I want to do as good as I can. That being said, I've been banking my points this week. I've got like 41 or something. I'm going to bank them today as well, so I can push them down lower. I have been loving Caesar salads lately, and mostly for lunch, sometimes to add to our dinners, but I just love the flavor. Most of all, though, I think I like the simplicity of it because there's so few ingredients in it, but it bulks you up, and there's protein in it when I add chicken. But sometimes, although I know salad with a lot of veggies is great, sometimes I'm just in a hurry and I just don't have time to get all that chopped up, which I think maybe what I'm going to do for the coming week is just maybe have all the chopped things up done already and ready to go so that I can just throw salads together this week and maybe come away from the Caesar salad a little bit. But so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I have noticed I've been in the zone where I need to be to see a weight loss. And for me, that means that sometimes I have to deal with being a little bit hungry every now and then. And there's just a gentle hunger that I have. I'll eat my meal, I'll be good for another hour or so, and then I'll actually feel the hunger developing for the next meal. And I feel like whenever I've lost weight, I have to kind of like let that grow and get used to that. And then I know that I'm in an area where I actually lose weight. But it takes discipline, and it takes, you learn your body in the little cues. And I know that I just have to have discipline to deal with that and to live with it. And it's almost like I told my husband when I was trying to describe it, it's my weight loss friend. And it's like, I know that feeling. It is a certain feeling I know that I have when I have weight loss, and I have to be willing. It's slightly uncomfortable, but not enough uncomfortable that I'm like hangry or have low blood sugar and foggy head and stuff. But it's a place that I know I've been there before, and I have to be comfortable with it, right? And I am right now, but it does take a lot of discipline, especially now during the holidays. So I am going to. I'm enjoying the holidays, but I'm really trying to look for those substitutes that I need, and stay on board with that. And my family's being real supportive so far. And I think it's kind of hard for my husband in a way, because one of the things that we love to share is we love to share treats and food and things like that. And And so I see him, you know, trying to hold back because he wants to be supportive of me, and I appreciate that. There are times, though, like when we go out on a date or something like that, there are still times that we can do things like that, you know, a little bit more. So I just, you know, I get to the point every now and then when I really want weight loss to happen. It's like sometimes I want it, but I don't want it enough. And I'm at the point now where, yes, I do want it. And I could probably make it work through whatever holidays it is once I get to that point. And when I stepped on the scale this last time, after not having been on the scale for like 6 months or something, and I will be kind and patient with myself because I know that, you know, things have happened that have been very stressful this year. But I got on the scale and I was like, I am exactly 10 pounds heavier than like this same time last year. And to see that data really, I don't want to say shocked me, but it really brought, you know, everything to kind of like clarity for me, and it pushes my resolve to be that much stronger. So that's where I'm at, and so my resolve is really there to try to, you know, to stick with this. I've turned down so many things that I would have gotten in the past, I would have bought when I was at the store. And I thought, oh, in fact, like Klondike no sugar added ice creams. You know, we've had those before. Yeah, I got to take a Lactaid before I have one, but it's like, they're really good, you know, and sometimes we'll just have one of those. But that's one of those things that it's like one of the reasons why I wasn't losing weight. So, you know, even though I had one, I was like, I'd have one like almost every other day or something like that. And then the days that I wasn't having it, I would have something else in its place. And it was just enough not sugared, but it's got no sugar, but it's just enough calories to keep me out of that weight loss zone. And so when I was at the store yesterday, I saw those and I thought, oh, I got to get the ice creams. And then I was like, no, I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to find another alternative, something that's going to help keep me, you know, going, because that wasn't helping me to lose weight. So not that it's a bad thing, and there's a place for it, but for me, it wasn't helping me. So I'm in the middle of changing my habits right now and making alternative choices to those that I was making. So let me just choose something else. I'll go with some sort of 0-point food or something. It's a good time to get more fruit in. I don't know. But it's a good time to, you know, try some other things that are actually going to work on my plan. So anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm working hard and I'm sticking with it. And yeah, I'll let you know how tonight goes, okay, at the party. I'm going to do my best, guys, but I am still going to have a good time. That's it for now. I will see you guys next time. Take care.